Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty people, it looks like we are live at 5. It is Thursday, the 18th of March. Check it out, let's do a little bit DIY. There we go, looking good. Love it. So, people in the chat box already. Diddy Weldon, first indeed. Joshua Arrow in the house as well. Griggsy as well. My goodness me. Like whippets. Hope you heard my Bitcoin bulletin charts this morning, along with my little jovial, little kind of like comedy news flash I did at 2 o'clock. We are now live at 5 for the main show. Check it out. Right, so just gotta start. Should we start with like some news and stuff? Let's do like just a bit of news before we actually kind of like get into the articles. This was pretty cool. Posted here by Tal. They said, today Tal closed its previously announced public offering for aggregated proceeds of approximately $40 million. The oversubscribed offering represents an important company milestone in meeting the accelerating global adoption for BSV blockchain. For details, check it out. This was, let's see this then, on tal.com. So it's the closing of it because it was oversubscribed. Whoa. So check this out. So offering was led by Canaccord, Genuity Corp, as lead agent and sole bookrunner on behalf of a syndicate of agents including Cantor Fitzgerald Canada Corporation, Paradigm Capital Incorporated, and Leedy Jones Gable. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Anyway, oversubscribed. That is huge. You know, so I mean, again, all this momentum that I'm seeing here, you know, this is building. You know, this is massively building. So you've got to wonder, like, obviously, I mean, let's just have a look at the shitcoin market here, coin crap, as I affectionately know it as. Look at this. Right, look. Oh, little bit of number go up there. 205 according to Preve, 200 according to CoinCrap. But I mean, look at this. Right, so up. But I mean, what I'm saying is the price is relatively stable. I mean, we get like the odd pump. I can't remember what this was a month ago. Some news came out, but the price is kind of like relatively stable. And yet we get news like this where $40 million have been raised and they've been oversubscribed. So the question is, what is it that's keeping the price so stable when there is so much demand for all these other things? Well, I can tell you what it is. It is the fact that the price is artificially suppressed. It's massively artificially suppressed. And things like this and other things as well, like that NFT book that just came out, they've almost sold out. I mean, how crazy is that? I just have a look at. I mean, look, these are the shorts over the longs. I looked at this earlier, and it looked like where are we now? We got to like 80%. It's 82. Hold on, I'm sure there was an 8. Look at that. Look at that. There was a rate. Yeah. Look, it went as low as 80%. But I mean, heading in the right direction. The price is massively artificially suppressed, massively, which just makes me even more bullish. Which is great. So I would say key indicators like that are a massive, massive indicator of just how artificially suppressed the price really is. Another bit of news: there was this the book. I think I just saw it on CoinGeek actually. I think. Joshua Hens. Oh, here we go. This is the one. Again, I did cover this yesterday. That's first exchange. No. News, business. What we're after. This was the one. So got a mention in CoinGeek by Joshua Hensley. Canonic launches first exclusive NFT book on Bitcoin. This one here, and so I mean, like $100. I was like, what's the point in having a book that nobody can afford to read? Books are meant to be read, music is meant to be listened to, art is meant to be appreciated. So I mean, this NFT, it's a bit of a craze going on at the moment, but I just followed them on Twitch and check this out. They posted here. We'll go home. Hopefully it might still be there. Oh, look at this. Oh. So only 10 copies remain of the historic first book NFT on Bitcoin. Only 10 copies. So there were, I think they made 100. 100 copies, and it was released yesterday, something like that? 11 copies remaining, 10 copies remaining. Whoa. Let's just have a look at their profile. 15. I mean, they're doing a countdown. Look. So so you'll be hearing from and about the author soon, but there will only be 100 physical copies made of the original edition NFT. Whoa. So basically, in like a day, they've sold 100 copies for 100 quid. Which is 10 grand. By the way, that now means I'll be selling my book for $1 million. I'm joking. I'm in this situation where I want people to have the information that I've got. I'm not going to write a book. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I want people to read the information that's in there because it's helpful. Barriers to entry don't really help with things like that sort of thing, really. But yeah, anyway, that's the news. I did think this was quite funny, actually. This is why I sent it to myself. Again, talking about people being delusional and just wrong and stuff. So whoever Alison Rochelle is, she's got 26,000 followers, whatever. Sometimes a consultant, often a fellow, or whatever. I mean, what is this? But anyway, she said here on a post, she said, can someone good at economy help me with budgeting? Rent $1,700, groceries $390, Ethereum gas fees $928,000, utilities $150, investments like $500. And anyway, check this out. This scammer here just said, DM me, I can help. So she goes, just Vimo me. And he goes, I got it all set up now. What's your phone number so I can find you on here? And then all he's done is he's sent her this, pay. So he goes, Greg owes me money, pay. So Samuel Coulon requested $420.69 from her. It's such a scammer. Oh, it's so brazen. It's just so brazen. I laugh at these things. Because they stress me out a little bit, to be honest with you. But anyway. And check this out: Lindsay Lohan jumping on the bandwagon. She's chosen. What says Tron? Chosen by Lindsay Lohan for her first NFT. More NFT bollocks. Honestly, it's so scammy. It's so scammy. Oh, so this is on you today. Tron, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh, come on. More options. Later. What? No, I don't want any of those. No. Are you kidding me? Seriously? What the hell? Have I got to go and object to all of these? No. Oh my god. Well, they're not getting it. Anyway, that was Lindsay Lohan doing her shit on Tron. I mean, it's quite funny. But the other tweet that we just looked at, where this girl was going, "Oh, can you help me with fees and stuff?" I went and literally went down and blocked almost everybody who'd replied to her. It was like, "Oh, well, you need to use Tron, or you need to use Zilliqa. Oh, well, you need to buy Corcoran. Well, you should buy." Honestly, it was just full of absolute shit. I was just like, oh my god. Like, these people, like, literally, this is. I cannot stress how important it is to understand this paradox of the centralized starting point that took Craig 11 years to solve. 11 years to dilute that central point of authority, control, and influence, which is what discredits anything that is man-made and created. That is what makes it a non-commodity, effectively, because it is centrally controlled by someone. And none of these people get it. It makes my head hurt, to be honest with you. And again, this goes into here a little bit of history repeating the numbers behind Corcoin's bull run. And again, it's just this NFT craze. But I mean, what was quite interesting is the fact that a lot of these NFTs, like Bleeple's artwork that sold for $69 million, they've been bought by early Bitcoin investors, who kind of like got started back in 2011. So I mean, they'll have millions now. And so basically they're buying these NFTs, which generates price discovery, which then brings the herd, the bull herd, the bull run started. So you've just basically got people with lots of money, paying lots of money for shit, and everyone else is going, oh my god, everyone else is like they can get loads of money for this shit, I'm going to create this shit as well. And then everyone goes, oh well, I'll buy that bit of shit, I hope that bit of shit goes up as well. It's all shit. There's no fundamental value like in any of this. It literally number go up. So it's a massive bubble that we're experiencing here. And I can understand that some people are getting a little bit knocked, that they're not kind of like in on it. But unless you cash out your shitcoins to genuine like USD as in dollar, not Tether, US dollar. If you say, oh, I'm cashing out into Tether, and that Tether is on an exchange, that exchange can easily go bust. When the herd turns and everybody realizes that they bought this load of shit, and the only thing that works is Bitcoin, which is BSV. They will not be able to get out. No way will they be able to get out. And again, all these shitcoiners, with so much I suppose, what's the word? So much, oh my, begins with A, I can't remember it, brain freeze while I'm doing a live show. I will remember the name, going to pull it out of the bag in a minute. Oh my God, I can't remember the name. AG something. Somebody in the chat box remind me. Somebody in the chat box remind me what it is. I can't remember. Oh my God. Anyway, I can't remember the words. It's not that, I know people know what I'm talking about. Arrogance. Oh my God. Oh, there's so much arrogance. Like so much arrogance and ignorance. It's unbelievable. So the title here was a little bit of history repeating the numbers behind Bitcoin's bull run. What's different about crypto 2021 compared to 2017? And where does this current Bitcoin rally sit in terms of BTC's cycle? Well, again, you know, when people go on about, oh, you know, it was a cycle and blah, blah, blah. The 2017 bull run finished precisely when Coinbase listed Bcrash. That is precisely when it finished, because BTC turned on that very day. And then the day after they listed it, Bcrash had literally doubled. So it had gone up 100% in a day after Coinbase Pro literally had to delist it because it had gone up to something like $9,000, whereas like on all the other exchanges, it had only gone to like 4,000. So it was literally more than double on the Coinbase Pro exchange. You know, and I think they had to like halt trading in it or something like that. But again, because Roger Ver had been pumping it. He had been pumping it. Him and Jihan had been like, well, he'd been pumping it, and Jihan had been like dumping BTC and buying BCH, thinking that all they needed to do was flip the price, hash rate follows price, and that would be it, job done. They did not count on dirty traders. Just thinking, oh, right, well, Roger's gone on this massive global whirlwind tour, you know, talking up Bcrash. There is no fundamental value behind that huge interest that he generated. There was no utility there. It was just simply people buying it. And then you've got all those people who hadn't bought it. They were just like, yeah, I'm not getting in on that now. I'm staying as I am. Hodl strong, as the expression goes. And then all the traders are just like, woohoo, payday, cash out, boom. You know, and all those people that sort of like, you know, believed in Bitcoin, that were like, oh, well, you know, Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin. Yeah, they all got wrecked, including me. You know what I mean? It was kind of obvious that if you can't use something and, you know, Blockstream were purposely restricting the use of BTC, oh, it's not a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, it's a store of value. Yeah, it's digital gold, so not many use it. Like, what are you on about? You know, but as we've discovered, shitcoiners, shit for brains. They'll believe anything you tell them. They just don't want to move. You know, it's crazy. So when it says, you know, super cycles and all that, well, what are we looking at the moment? What is going to break this? You know, to be honest with you, there isn't anything political I know that's going to break this. Literally, the only thing that is going to, you know, turn this thing around is Bitcoin, as in BSV. The flood into BSV is just going to be absolutely enormous. Because I was even listening to some shitcoiners talking this morning, and they were going, oh, we think this NFT phase or craze, you know, is a massive bubble, and, you know, I bought this shitcoin and I sold it for that, and the thing is, you know, somebody else bought that shitcoin off me, you know, thinking that it's going to like 20x and blah, because you cannot sell something unless somebody else is willing to buy it. So somebody else is purchasing those things. So if you think you're selling at the top, other people are buying at the top, you know, which means they are massively losing out. And even they were going, oh yeah, you know, we think it's a bubble, you know. And I was just like, well, what do you think BTC is? So, well, my point is, they were saying, oh, there's no utility in these things. You know, they're not being used for anything, therefore they have no value. And these are shitcoin supporters like Ethereum and BTC. And I'm just like, I cannot believe the hypocrisy I'm hearing here. there are shitcoiners saying, oh, I think there's a massive bubble in NFTs, and a lot of these NFTs are a load of crap. They don't do anything. It's all about utility. And I'm just like, oh my God, have you heard yourself? You're going on about utility, and yet you're supporting Corecoin and Ethereum, who are literally, absolutely, technically, and fundamentally useless. Literally. So even they're realising it. Actually, they don't do anything, and it's just, hold on a minute. It's not going to be long before they realise that the shitcoins that they're holding, Ethereum and BTC, also don't do anything, particularly in comparison to Bitcoin. When it absolutely motors. Again, just kind of like sitting here, just watching the bull run, being entertained. I mean, it would be nice to be part of it, but I know that if I was in on it, unless you sell out, you will not be able to get out. There is not enough liquidity in the market. Literally, there are no institutions that can provide you with enough USD for the sale of your shitcoins. And if the market starts to turn, the exchanges also run out of liquidity. They shut down and they go bust. And all your shitcoins are sat on the shitcoin exchange, which is now bust. You lose everything. Literally everything. So that's all I keep reminding myself I have to, because it's just like, you look at all this number going up and you're like, I really wish I could, I wish I could have like a few million quid and cash out into genuine Bitcoin. A lot of the exchanges that, you would have your money on don't support genuine Bitcoin. A lot of them, I think it's due to AML, whatever, you're only meant to be allowed to withdraw $200 per day. Imagine you've got a few million quid in there, and you're only allowed to withdraw, as in take off the exchange, $200 per day, and that exchange literally goes bust in 24 hours. You are screwed. And to be honest with you, that's pretty much what happened to me last time. It was horrendous. You're like, I've got all my money in there. I want to get it out. I can't get it out. I mean, even years ago, we're talking now, I had some money on an exchange that shall not be named, and I couldn't get it out. I could not get it out quick enough. Lost a lot of money there, but it happened to me, and you're just like, this is so ridiculous. I think what it was, I was like, I think the limit was like 2 BTC per day or something like that. Again, I had a lot of money in there at the time, but it would, I didn't really understand what I was doing. It looked like a lot of money on the screen, and it was a lot of money on the screen. If I could have cashed out, if I could have clicked a button and cashed out, I would be like, I've got a lot of money here. Well, this is great. But like I said, unless you cash out into, or either USD, genuine USD, or you can somehow get it into BSV, of which a lot of these exchanges do not support, you are going to be absolutely screwed. You're going to lose the lot, and that includes Peter Schiff's son, who's got it all in Corecoin at the moment. And I can imagine. So that's literally the only thing that's going to stop it. When that's going to happen, who knows? But it might happen slowly. I mean, it's going to be really bad when it does happen, because it's the law that is going to enforce it. The law is going to enforce that copyright. The law is going to, ensure that names are changed and everything like that. Scaling, blockchain patents, scaling and all that are enforced. I might take a while for the law to act, but that is what is going to bring it down. So, when we could be looking at a bull run. Who knows? I'm just speculating. But, you've got to be ready for these, massive prices. But, you've just got to know that unless somebody has actually cashed out, it's literally literally the literal definition of a bubble that will just pop. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, people. All those NFTs on Ethereum, gone. Because Ethereum no longer operates anymore. Can't be economically sustained, isn't economically sustainable. Literally all these pieces of art that people spent millions on, and then even the people that they gave millions of Ethereum to, suddenly that Ethereum's gone as well. So then what happens? You've got the NFT that disappears, and you've got the Ethereum that disappears along with it. Literally, absolutely, utterly worthless. utterly worthless. So they said here, the idea of market cycles is widely accepted in finance. Again, they don't really understand Bitcoin, do they? The most basic principle is that what goes up must come down. The underlying rationale is that investors will accumulate when prices are low, causing prices to rise. As the price reaches a peak, well, how can you tell when it peaks? Sell pressure will take over as holders seek to cash out, thereby pushing the price back down. Dirty traders taking value out, and they can take value out because there is no utility there. There is nobody buying it for any purpose. Nobody buying it to have sovereignty over their data, to upload data to the blockchain, of which we will see in BSV. Everybody will be using it for that. Like I said, it's the corporates first. If you bought Corecoin in 2017 or earlier, this will sound eerily familiar. It essentially describes what happened during the last bull run when Corecoin hit a high of $20,000. Therefore, most crypto holders are watching the current market conditions with bated breath. But so far, apart from a few corrections, prices have held or at least swiftly regained the losses. What are the chances it will continue? We can expect 2021 to play out similarly to, or can we expect 2021 to play out similarly to 2017 and early 2018, or is it the cycle of the current run only just starting? Well, again, we know that all the exchanges have been cashing out their reserves because it's a piece of dog shit, and they know it. So you've got the liquidity drying up, driving price, driving spikes in the price. There's no value there, literally no value there. So many people are going to hurt. The echoes of the past in terms of the similarities between now and 2017. There are some critical parallels, the first of which is the relationship between Corecoin prices and the mining reward halvings. Oh, don't tell me scarcity made number go up. Oh my god. Each time the mining reward halves, it introduces new scarcity supply to Bitcoin. The second halving was in July 2016, and within 18 months, Bitcoin had climbed around 3,900%, rising from $500 to a high of $20,000 before crashing. That had nothing to do with scarcity. That was to do with, just the word of Bitcoin going around the world. It was like the world jumping into this new technology. What is this Bitcoin thing? The third halving was May 2020, when BTC was trading around $9,000. 9 months later, Corecoin was able to reach a new all-time high at around $62,000, gaining 560% in the process. In the same period following 2016 halving, the gains were significantly less in percentage terms, with BTC halving risen around 150% by April 2017. If the market follow the same pattern, they will witness even more epic increases, followed by a sharp crash. Of course, some price movements after a halving only apply to Bitcoin, Corecoin. But where BTC goes, the rest of the market tends to follow. Oh dear, cause shitcoiners, trading bots, and all of that crap. There are also some correlations between on-chain metrics in 2017 and 2021. Both 2017 and 2021 show a high percentage of Corecoin being accumulated and held, according to Glassnode. In fact, the months in the run-up to the 2021 bull run show that more Corecoin was being held inactively than any time in history. Well, again, it was because the liquidity, those providing the liquidity were selling out. They're selling out to these hodlers because they don't want it. I can't be bothered to read the rest of that crap, because if you listen to my show enough times, you should know what it's all going to say. Absolute bullshit. None of these shitcoiners have a clue what they're talking about. Like, none of them do. Like, literally none of them. Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, this is look at this. Look at this. Absolutely outrageous. When they're saying, again by Cointelegraph, Corecoin's price doubled in 75 days. How long will the next 100% leg up? Until the next 100% leg up. Historical analysis suggests the amount of time it takes for Corecoin price to double may accelerate during this bull run. It might do. But like I said, they have no clue. It's just such a load of bullshit. Like literally, tea leaves, crystal balls, ascending triangles, ball pennants, flying carpets, squares and circles, absolute shit. You know, like I said, the only fundamentals they need to know: SegWit in BTC crashed its value to absolute zero. You know, and again, you know, it's accountability, which is why the chain of signatures was there. It's a locked protocol so that anyone can build on it. It's an infinite scale. It's a competition in the system via proof of work and a fixed supply. Those are the 5 pillars that nobody has figured out. You know, I mean, the reason I figured them out is because I was like, when I was looking at the whole thing, I'm like, that's it. That's all of them. All angles are covered. You know, and none of these shitcoiners have figured it out, which is why I think they have shitful brains. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. You know, I literally, all you can do is laugh, to be honest with you. I saw this one on coindesk.com. Again, another scam, even if they don't even know it. The title here was "Meet the Woman Behind Cambodia's Moonshot Blockchain Project." An effing scam. An effing scam. Well, I mean, even if she doesn't know it, we know it's a scam. Because you have to solve the paradox of the centralized starting point for anything to be a commodity. And none of these shitcoins do, including this. So they've said here, as a little girl, her Excellency Suri Chi was obsessed with the X-Files television program and the idea that we are not alone in the universe. Fascinated by the extraterrestrial and outer space, she dreamed of becoming an astronaut, but her father, Chato Chi, who is governor of the National Bank of Cambodia, today said, "My poor girl, Cambodia is not going to launch any spaceship out there anytime soon, so you're not going to be able to get any job." Chi, now 40, was self-conscious about holding a Cambodian passport. In the 1980s, Cambodia was isolated from the international community, and she felt certain prospective international employers would jump to all sorts of conclusions about her nationality. The university where she studied and so on. So Lee Callon Butler, a CoinDesk columnist, is the director of Emphasis, a consulting firm focused on the role of technology and advancing economic development in Asia. Okay. She said, I mean, I can't imagine applying as a Cambodian to NASA. She says of the US Space Agency, laughing off a notion she thought preposterous, so foolish, only a child's imagination could come up with it. Begrudgingly, she took the road well travelled to follow in Dad's footsteps and study accounting instead. Quote here, "I realised very early on that when you're a girl and you're from a developing country, there are certain doors closed to you already, so you explore other options," she said. Even before she graduated, her dad offered her a role at NBC. It was 1999. It was her first ever job, and she positively loathed the idea of working at the central bank. It was way too boring for someone curious and creative. Okay, come on, let's get to the point. Oh, John Eva can, oh, whatever. I cannot be bothered. I can't, because I know what she's doing. A blockchain project, selling a token that goes on the blockchain. It's a completely centralized project. It's fundamentally worthless. It's going to collapse. Like, honestly, I'm just livid. Well, not livid. I mean, like, you know, what are you meant to do? You know, what are you meant to do, really? So yeah, that was for today. Let's leave that image up as the bull run to remind us that these bullshitters just simply won't be able to get out. Oh dear. So, you know, stick with genuine Bitcoin, folks. Shout out to people in the chat box, starting from the top, and it looks like my tablet has frozen. I can see Laugh Out Loud Cookie 2, Oxono in there, Grigsy as well. Oh no, my chat's moving now. Great stuff. I think that's Dimmerdan says, "Hi everyone, Sushi's now available on Coinbase. Ridiculous, hurry up before it goes bad again." Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, good chatting there. Reform too many coiners as well. Excellent. Right, people. Oh, got my phone with me. hand cashes and paymails in the chat box. Let's do this. Rocking and rolling. LOL Cookie 2, need your hand cash because I don't know what it is. Let me just open up my hand cash. There we go. So we'll do Diddy, not Duddy first. There we go. Diddy, swiping to send. Oh, number's gone up. Swiping to send, on the way to you. Turning up the volume. There we go. That was yours, Diddy. And next one, Griggs. There we go. Nice one. GRI. Got it. Yep, that's in my contacts. Oh, there we go. Swiping to send, on the way. Connor G in there as well. If anybody can see how many listeners we got, send them through. It'd be interesting. Here we go. Connor G. Swiping to send, on the way. And Oxono, I can't remember what your one was. So put your one in there as well, please. I think is that Dimmerdan? Is that you in there, Dimmerdan? There we go. I think that's, well, we'll send one to him anyway. There we go. Swiping to send. Hey, doing well so far. All right. Anyone else? Hey, 18 at one point. Nice one. Nice one. Oxon 11. Okay, here we go. AUXON. There we go. Got it. Richard Anthony. Nice one. Swiping to send, on the way. There we go. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yeah, no, it's all right. All right, we'll leave it there, folks. 35 minutes, good for the afternoon show, considering we also have the Bitcoin Bulletin Chart show at 11 o'clock in the mornings or around that time, followed by a little bit of afternoon comedy news at 2, and then the main show at live at 5. So yeah, rocking and rolling, people. Oxana says got lost somehow during the Handcash beta and probably has like 60k in it. Right, peeps, we shall leave it there. And again, same time tomorrow. But also remember, yeah, Bitcoin Bulletin Charts and a bit of comedy news in the afternoons. So until then, same time tomorrow. Be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy given. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.